Hello, I am Pietra Veloso and you are watching Multicultural Community Hour. Today, I'm here with Samir, who holds a PhD in chemistry, worked in the safety field in Brazil before immigrating to Canada with his wife and 4 children. Currently, he resides in Winnipeg, working as a laboratory technician at a chemical analysis company. Motivated by the lack of content about Winnipeg and the challenges of immigrating with a large family, Samir created the YouTube channel 6 in Canada. Through this platform, he shares valuable information and tips about the immigration process, detailing his life's routine and showcasing life in Winnipeg. The channel aims to assist and inspire other Brazilians considering or already undergoing the immigration process, while also promoting local services and providing real perspectives from other immigrant families in Winnipeg. So, Samir, can you tell us a bit about your background and what motivated you to move from Brazil to Canada?
Well, as you said, I have a PhD in chemistry, but since this field in Brazil is really hard to find a good job, I was working as a correctional officer, so law enforcement back in Brazil. But as you guys can imagine, working in a law enforcement job in Brazil is not a good and easy task because it's a very dangerous and violent country in some cities. And to protect my family and to try to find a better way of life, a better quality of life, we decided to move to Canada.
How did your professional experience in the safety field in Brazil prepare you for your current role as a laboratory technician in Canada?
Yeah, that's a really hard question because they are completely different fields of work. But working as a correctional officer prepared me, giving me leadership, giving me soft skills like dealing with people and dealing with different kind of people, and that helped me as a person in general. That was really good for me and helped me a lot find a good opportunity here in Canada. So when I got here, I was working, I was looking for different jobs and I was able to find because of that.
Wow. What were the biggest challenges you faced during your immigration process to Canada? Because as we know, immigrating to Canada isn't always easy.
Yeah.
What were your challenges?
As you know, we are a big family. We have 4 children, and immigrating here with a big family is really hard because they ask for a lot of financial support. I have to prove that I have financial condition to come here, and that was our biggest challenge. In addition to that, I have to come here first to prepare the ground, to find a job, to find a house, to find a home for my family, and being apart for my family was a challenge personally for me.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I immigrated with both of my parents, so we were only a family of 3. I can't imagine a family of 6 immigrating here. Could you share some tips or advice for Brazilian families who are considering immigrating to Canada?
I recommend for big families that want to come here to Canada to prepare themselves financially, because it's really hard to come here, and you will need to demonstrate you have a good financial before you can to the immigration, and that's a really hard thing to do, especially if you live in Brazil. It's really hard to raise money for that. It's easier for single persons or small families, but for big families like ours, it was really a challenge.
What has your experience been like living in Winnipeg with your family?
Yeah, it's really new for my family because I've been here for only 1 year, but my children just arrived 3 months ago, so for them everything is new. But we have a good impression of the city, especially because the city is planned for families. There is a lot of playgrounds everywhere, there's a lot of activities for families everywhere, and that's really different from our country. Even if we live in a good and safe city in Brazil, usually the cities doesn't have all the structure like Winnipeg have here.
Definitely. What do you think is the biggest change from here to Brazil?
Here people like to share culture, and that's really beautiful to see. In our country, we used to say that we are a multicultural country, but compared to Canada, we are not. And I just realized that when I got here. And that's really beautiful, I like it.
Since Winnipeg accepts so many immigrants, we have a very diverse culture, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Next question is, how does Winnipeg compare to your previous home in Brazil in terms of lifestyle and opportunities?
Yeah, in terms of lifestyle, Winnipeg is well prepared for family activities, and that's really better than what we have in Brazil, in where I used to live in a small town. We used to live in a small town like 30,000 people only, and coming here to 700,000 people city like Winnipeg is way different for us. The city is large, there is a lot of things to do, and that's really good. In terms of opportunities, I can see that here we have opportunity to demonstrate our power, our willing to work. It's because even if we try hard and say to different companies, I want to work hard, give me everything, and I will give results to you back in Brazil, is not the same. Here we have opportunity to do that and demonstrate our power inside our workforce.
And that's not only good for adults, but also for children, right?
Yes,
Growing
right.
up.
Yeah.
Gives opportunity for them as well.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to create the YouTube channel Six in Canada?
That first thing that inspired us was God, because we feel inside that we have to share information to other people and help other people that have the same dreams as we do. So that was our biggest motivation. And secondly, our politics in Brazil was not so good, so we were trying to give opportunity to other families that have the same way of thinking that we do, to try to pursue a better life. So that motivates us to create the YouTube channel. And that was a really hard thing for me in the beginning because I'm shy. Even now I am a little bit less shy. In the beginning was really hard because I don't like expose my life to internet, and that changed everything in my life. When we created the YouTube channel, we had a really good feedback from the audience, and that was perfect for me.
Can you tell us about the type of content you share on your channel and how it helps other immigrants?
We share a lot of information about visas and immigration to people that want to come here, especially for the ones who doesn't know anything. We try to motivate the ones that have the same dream but doesn't know how they could start. So mainly we do that, and now that my family is here, we are trying to also do content about how life for family works here in Winnipeg, and that maybe motivates even more people that have big families and want to pursue dreams like ours.
It helps them know where to start, right?
Yeah.
With the immigration process.
Yeah.
Definitely. How has your channel been received by the Brazilian community and other immigrants in Canada?
It's been received very well right now. We have a good feedback from people that lives in here, but it's really important to consider that 80% of our audience is from people that still live in Brazil. Only 10% of my subscribers live here in Canada, but for those who lives in here, I had a lot of people reaching me and contacting me and my wife and say, oh, I liked your channel, and I will share this information to my family in Brazil. Maybe it helps them to come here as well, and that's really grateful for us.
That's wonderful. Yeah. It inspires them to come here and to share to other people who may also want to come here.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So what are some of the most common questions or concerns you get from your followers?
Well, my subscribers usually want to come here to work. So they ask me questions like, how do I apply for a job? How can I get a job offer? How can I behave in an interview? And other people want to come here to study, and they do questions. They ask questions about which one is the best college of the Winnipeg, which one is good options in other cities and other provinces as well. So mainly our subscribers are focused on Winnipeg, but some ask questions about other cities as well.
That's nice,
yeah.
And you can help out with them, right?
Yeah.
So what are your future plans for the Six in Canada channel? Any new projects or topics that you plan to cover?
We don't have any interview available yet, but we already recorded some, and probably in the future we will publish some interviews with Brazilians that follow our YouTube channel and came here because of us, and now their dreams become reality because of our channel. And we want to interview those people when they got here to share to other people that are still in Brazil, that is possible. You can do it, and that's what we're planning to do in the future.
It's wonderful that you can help others follow their dreams, right?
Yeah, it's grateful, yeah.
So, how do you see your role in the immigrant community evolving in the coming years?
Yeah, we are trying to be more involved in the immigrant community right now because my wife and my children come here, so I'm even more motivated to do that. When I was here alone, it was really hard for me because, as I said, I'm introvert, I'm shy, but right now I'm feeling more confident to do that, and it's been really, really good. I do recommend people that come here to pursue and to make friends and connect to other people, especially with the Brazilian community here, and even so with other communities, because that will really help when they arrive, especially if they are like me, they come alone before the family, and being alone here is a really hard thing to do. And I do recommend that people that come here this way to make some friends.
Especially those who have shared the same experiences, right?
Yeah.
Or gone through the same struggles.
Yeah.
Definitely. What has been the most rewarding part of your journey so far, both professionally and personally?
Yeah, professionally it was really good for me because I now can work in my field. I working with chemistry, and that's what I have my background on. So I studied more than 10 years. I did my master's, I did my PhD in chemistry. So I was a little bit frustrated to not work in that field in Brazil. So now I'm really glad that I'm doing this here. And personally, it was really good for me when I brought my family here. It was like life-changing for me. It was a really good feeling when they arrived. And now every day is special because we are learning different things, and that I can't describe how happy I am when they.
That's wonderful. How do you balance your professional life, YouTube channel, and family responsibilities?
Yeah, that's a really good question because a lot of people ask me that. I work full-time as a laboratory technician. My wife works full-time as a laboratory technician as well. And I have a side job. During the summer, I clean some pools, and I have four kids, and also the YouTube channel. So there's a lot of things to do, and we have to be really organized. We have to plan our day every day so that we don't waste time. I think the key to do that like we do is never be still. We are always doing something all day, every day. During the weekends, during the weekdays, we don't have even time to get in the bed for 1 or 2 hours, because if we do that, we want to stay more time in the bed or more time watching movies. So we plan ourselves to go to the playground with the kids, to be in family together during the weekends, and also record videos for YouTube. And during the weekdays, we're trying to work hard and raise money for the permanent residency.
Can you highlight some of the unique aspects of Winnipeg that you think new immigrants should know about?
Yeah, Winnipeg have a really harsh winter. So that's really hard for people that live in Brazil, especially because right now is winter in Brazil, and during the winter there, the lowest temperature that we have is 5 degrees, 10 degrees positive, and come here to experience a winter that makes like minus 40 degrees Celsius is really, really hard. And so I do recommend that people that wants to come here be prepared for that. If they could buy a car here, because during the winter it's really hard to wait for buses in that kind of temperature. So if you have a car, it's really safer, and it's easier for you to go to work and do your business. Yeah.
Definitely. I remember them telling me how the weather was going to be here, and I never believed them. I was like, minus 40?
That's crazy.
No way, I don't believe it. Then I saw it for myself, and no.
It hurts.
It does, yeah. And last question is, how do you think the local community in Winnipeg has supported your family's transition to life in Canada?
Yes, the community here helped me a lot, especially when I got here alone. I had no friends, no family at all, so I contacted some people in the community by internet, and they were really willingly open to helping me when I got here. I stayed in a friend's house for 1 month while I was looking for an apartment to rent, so that helped me a lot. there was a Brazilian couple that helped me this way. And after I got my apartment, I got a lot of donations from the Brazilian community here as well. They donated me furniture, clothes, everything. So this way I could raise money to bring my family here. I didn't spend money buying new furniture here because I got a lot of donation that helped us a lot. That was really good. So the community are really strong. I do recommend that people that want to come here, that you can ask people, and there's a lot of people willing to work and willing to helping you when you come, and that will make a difference in your life for sure.
Definitely. Thank you, Samir, for joining us.
Thank you, Pietra, for having me.
Of course, and thank you to you, our audience, and stay tuned for more episodes.